Chihuahuas are small enough to carry, yet somehow run the whole house. They can be sweet, loyal, and glued to you until a noise, a stranger, or a wrong hand near their stuff flips the switch. If you've ever thought, how is this tiny dog so intense? You're not alone. Here are 9 habits Chihuahua owners warn each other about constantly and what to do about them. Number 1. Your Chihuahua's alarm bark has a hair trigger. A Chihuahua can hear a leaf change its mind outside and decide the whole house needs to know. That rapid-fire alert barking is one of the most common help me complaints in Chi communities because it's intense, fast, and hard to ignore. It usually isn't random. It's vigilance plus nerves plus a dog that learned barking gets results. You look, you talk, you pick them up, you react. And the more it works, the more they use it. In fact, one Chihuahua owner described it perfectly saying, "My powder-puff Chihuahua seems to bark at every single noise or movement around the house. I swear, if a mosquito even blinks, he files a report and demands I investigate." What helps most is boring, consistent management. Block the main triggers like window access or hallway view, add white noise, and teach a simple routine: acknowledge once, then reward quiet. Pair quiet with treats, not yelling. If you're consistent, the barking drops fast. If you're inconsistent, your Chihuahua learns that noise is the fastest way to control the room. Number 2. The stranger danger switch. The doorbell rings, and your Chihuahua turns into a tiny bouncer who didn't approve of the guest list. A lot of Chis are perfectly sweet with their people, then instantly flip the second a stranger steps inside. Barking, growling, lunging from the couch, all of it. It's usually fear and protectiveness mixed together, plus a dog who's learned that making a scene makes scary things back up. In fact, one owner put it like this: "Mine is an angel until someone walks through the door. Then he acts like I hired him as security and forgot to tell him he can clock out." The fix starts with management, not forcing friendliness. Use a leash or baby gate. Create distance and give your dog a job like going to a mat. Have visitors ignore them at first. No reaching, no eye contact, no leaning over. Reward calm, even 1 second of it. And keep greetings short and controlled. Handled right, visitors become a predictable routine, not a full-blown emergency. Number 3. Your Chihuahua may appoint themselves your full-time shadow. You'll stand up to grab water and feel tiny footsteps behind you like you just triggered a follow command. For a lot of Chihuahuas, closeness isn't a preference, it's the default setting. They pick their person, glue themselves to that person, and start treating closed doors like personal insults. One Chihuahua owner joked, I thought I adopted a dog. Turns out I adopted a lukewarm barnacle. If I walk 2 feet away, he acts like I moved to another country." When that attachment gets too intense, leaving the house can turn into whining, pacing, barking, or chewing. The solution is teaching independence in tiny doses. Short practice absences, calm exits and returns, and rewarding relaxed behavior on a bed or mat while you move around. Start with seconds, not hours. Also, rotate solo activities like frozen Kongs, snuffle mats, or scatter feeding so your busy becomes normal. Done consistently, your Chihuahua can learn that you always come back, and the world doesn't end in the hallway. Number 4. Your Chihuahua's default setting might be tremble. A Chihuahua can sit on a warm couch, look completely fine, and still vibrate like a tiny engine. For a lot of Chis, shaking shows up for everything: cold, excitement, anticipation, nerves, even "I heard a sound." That's why Chihuahua owners talk about it so much, because it's hard to tell what's normal and what's a red flag. One owner described it like this: "My short-haired Chihuahua shivers a lot, even indoors. When it's nice and warm, I think it might be because he's always anxious. but it's hard to tell sometimes. What helps is treating it like a pattern you can reduce. Keep them warm as sweaters, heated beds on low and draft-free spots. Lower the stress spikes with calm routines and rewards for relaxed body language. Track triggers for a week. If the shaking suddenly worsens, shows up with lethargy, pain, vomiting, diarrhea, or something out of character, that's a vet check. Number 5. Potty training can drag on forever. The day you finally trust your floors is usually the day your Chihuahua proves you wrong. This breed is infamous for stretching house training into a long, messy saga. It's not because they can't learn, it's because they're tiny, easily distracted, and quick to decide that a warm rug beats a cold yard. Add rain, wind, or a slightly inconvenient leash, and suddenly the potty plan becomes optional. In fact, one Chihuahua owner ranted saying, "I took him out 8 times. He stared at the rain, then sprinted inside and peed behind the ottoman. 5 times later, he strutted around like he had just solved world hunger." The fix is boring, but it works. Tight schedule, potty breaks after every nap, meal, and play session, and 0 unsupervised roaming until it's solid. Reward fast the second they finish outside, and clean accidents with an enzyme cleaner so the smell doesn't turn into a habit. That said, treat potty training like a schedule, not a vibe, and it finally starts to stick. Number 6. Your Chihuahua will turn blankets into a bunker. At some point, you'll pat the couch, sit down, and realize you just sat on a fully grown Chihuahua who has fused with the throw blanket. This breed has a serious burrowing obsession. Part cold, part comfort, part I live here now. They'll tunnel under pillows, disappear into laundry piles, and refuse to function until they're wrapped like a tiny burrito. It's cute until you're doing daily head count because your dog has vanished into a hoodie on the floor. One Chihuahua owner put it like this, saying, "My dog doesn't nap, he goes underground. If I leave a blanket out, he crawls in like it's a fallout shelter and pops his head out to make sure I'm still around from time to time." Give them a dedicated cave bed or burrow blanket, teach an out cue, and always check cushions before you sit. Add a sweater when it's cold and skip unattended heating pads. Give them one official nest, or they'll convert your whole house into one. Number 7. Your Chihuahua thinks it's the head of security. A Chihuahua can weigh 5 pounds and still square up like it's protecting a nightclub. This small dog syndrome thing isn't a joke in chi circles. A lot of them act 10 feet tall because it works. They bark first, lunge first, and dare the world to argue. And without meaning to, owners can reinforce it, picking them up mid-fit, comforting them while they're firing off warnings, or letting them run the room because it's easier than dealing with the noise. One owner explained it like this: "My Chihuahua tried to fight a German Shepherd today. A German Shepherd. I had to apologize for my dog's confidence. He honestly thinks he's my bodyguard." The fix is teaching calm like it's a skill, not a personality trait. Reward quiet watching, practice controlled greetings at a distance, and give them a consistent place or settle routine at home. Sure, confidence is great, but confidence with manners is what keeps your tiny bodyguard out of trouble. Number 8. Your Chihuahua can turn into a tiny security system. The fastest way to start a Chihuahua-sized war is to reach for the wrong thing at the wrong time. For a lot of Chihuahuas, resource guarding isn't just about your lap. It can be food bowls, treats, toys, bones, beds, or that one blanket they've decided is sacred property. You'll see the warning signs: stiff body, whale eye, a low rumble, then a snap that feels wildly confident for a dog that fits in a tote bag. In fact, one owner put it like this: "Mine guards everything like it's gold bars. Try to take his chew and he gives you that low, don't even think about it rumble. Same with the food bowl, same with the toy." You'll need to teach trust. Trade up like swapping for something better. Practice gentle take and return games, and train drop it with rewards. However, never punish the growl. Growling isn't bad attitude. It's the last polite notice before things get serious. Number 9. Your Chihuahua may snap when you try to move them. A Chihuahua can be completely fine all day, then turn feral the second you try to scoot them off a warm blanket. This "don't move me" snapping shows up a lot when they're resting, half asleep, or glued to a comfy spot like the couch or your bed. It's usually not random aggression. It's startle, guarding comfort, and sometimes plain old pain or stiffness that gets worse with age. If someone reaches in fast, grabs, or lifts, a Chi may skip warning and go straight to teeth. One owner explained it like this: "Mine is sweet until he's cozy. If I try to move him, he growls at me as a warning sign. I had to learn the hard way to wake him first before moving him." Teach an off cue with rewards. Trade them off the spot and practice gentle touch while they're awake. If it's new or escalating, get a vet check. After all, comfort is not worth a bite. Hey, if you enjoyed this, you'll probably love this video here. And if you hit subscribe, I'll donate a meal to a rescue dog on your behalf.